full tank of gas, and we're about to hit the road to figure out why I want to travel solos. Well, this trip is going to decide it for me. So here we go. The Mini Cooper is loaded up, all my gear is loaded. One bag, I'm pretty impressed. About 40 pounds, everything I need for 9 days on this trip. And we're gonna see how many miles we can knock off of this journey of 1 million miles. The storms just started about 40 minutes ago, so maybe if I can get going down the interstate, heading eastbound, we can get in front of these storms in the next hour. That's what I'll be driving soon. And I'm getting to my first brake lights, and we're only 13.7 miles down the road. So I wanted to talk about some of the things I have in my head. Number one, the freedom of traveling solo. There's just a level of freedom that comes with solo travel that I don't think happens any other time. Now, while I'm sharing what I think are the positives of solo travel, we're gonna also discuss some of the thoughts I have on some of the negatives. While I just said it's so positive that you can do whatever you want, you lose the fact that you get somebody to share it with. You lose the fact that you don't have somebody else's ideas to kind of throw to you and get somebody else's perspective on somewhere amazing. You don't have that interaction with a second person. I do have the delayed interaction of you guys watching the videos. That's kind of why you guys are so important. Why people gotta be slowing down? Because there's some blue lights on the other side of the interstate. I ain't got time for y'all slowing down. I got too many miles to do today. Heading into Baton Rouge, and like normal, a little bit of a slowdown. We're gonna go slow in traffic. Let's talk about the second reason. Solo travel allows you to be very wise with your budget. The willingness to do things for cheap and stay on a budget. If I'm honestly willing to sleep in a hostel, well, one, that kind of solves the loneliness because you have the opportunity to meet people. It allows you to do it for like $20, $25 a night. And if your needs are to travel over where you actually stay, then you can do this on a very small budget. If I eat peanut butter and jelly and save myself $15 a day, over a week, you're talking about saving $75. That's not right. That would be $105. If you're feeding 2 people, it doubles everything. And you can make $1 last a lot longer. And that's huge nowadays. And as a silly bonus, you stop and pee when you want to. So welcome to Mississippi. Now Louisiana, Mississippi. Another state done. And 157 miles in, and we're in Mississippi. So detour stop number 1 to do a bathroom break. If you're making this run through here, the good thing is there's NASA right down the road. It's Stennis Space Station, and you can go in there and do tours and all kind of stuff. There's a big rocket ship, and you can see all kind of other fun stuff here. It's also a decent place to stop, go to the restroom, because 2 cups of coffee, that's brutal on a road trip. Move over and reduce speed, because Jeff's coming through. But let's get back to it real fast as we pull into Alabama, baby. So there's a lot more to it than how to not be lonely on the road. I think one of the greatest privileges of all of this is it forces you to get outside your box, to face fears that maybe you haven't faced before. Push yourself way beyond like limits you may have set on yourself. I've really been super inspired by like Yes Theory and Kara and Nate. You put yourself in situations that scare you, like cliff diving or parachuting, or of learning how to vlog in public and have people look at you walking up asking you what the hell you're doing. You got to deal. It's all of these little things from big to small, and all of this is pushing me outside of the norm, which I believe is making me a better person. I don't know if I'm allowed to be here. This is a Mark 8 2,700-pound armored piercing projectile. Fired from the USS Alabama. Pretty cool. And we're gonna get back on the road, but I will say, so far out of Mississippi and Alabama, this is a much better rest stop. Tons of picnic areas. Look at this, nice little tree-covered road. Get with the flow of traffic here. we go. Hey, on a little side note, I just heard that I-10 was underwater over here in Mobile because there's a tunnel. Woohoo! Okay, you honestly tell me in the comment section below, did I really go too far for that joke? Did I take it way too far? Moving on. So as we drive over to Florida and get to the next state, I want to talk about the next big thing that is amazing about solo travel. Is just the opportunities you can have along the way. Not only can you just drop everything and go wherever you want whenever somebody walks up to you and says, let's go do this, but the greatest part is you become part of a crowd of people that is very, very small, and it creates great opportunities for, like, if a company calls you or some kind of business ventures calls you or a sponsorship, you are one of the very few people that can drop everything and go like in 3 days and can get where they need you. And you just being available outweighs the fact that whether you're even better than somebody else. If they're not available, then they have to take what they get. So please use it to your advantage every way you can. I've done it in my life and it has gotten me far. It's an opportunity and you're in such a niche community. And now we're getting close to my final stop, so I'm gonna grab the last tank of gas and I kind of found an amp in the store. I never see these anymore. And I'm going to get on down the road to Florida and my stop for the night. And let me tell you, it's a really cool Airbnb I found on Airbnb.com. And I'm going to tell you all about it because that is what's next.